Hey, how's it going? And how do you do, all you beautiful guys, gals, and other kinds of pals? And welcome back to Prison Architect with me, your plebby underscore 64 potato. Breathing is hard. Um, and where am I? Oh yeah, we're playing Prison Architect today. That's it. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. We're playing Prison Architect, and we're shoving people in boxes, baby. As prisons do, they shove people in boxes for profit because that's how fucked up America is. Uh. Anyway, yeah. So, what are we gonna get into today? We are going to begin the process of trying to keep, push harder into trying to keep the security level low, which, or the, is it the secure? I don't remember. But yeah, so we're going to try and get prisoners on their way out when they complete their sentences. We're going to try and get, we're going to try and stop the prisoners from wanting to beat the crap out of everyone. We're going to start wanting to make prisoners like being in prison, which is somehow possible. And we're gonna begin the process of getting towards where prisoners can be able to reintegrate into society. We're gonna start teaching them new skills while they're in prison, like life skills like cooking and other things like how to like like job skills and crap. And yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be dope. And yeah. Uh, I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we're just building up the prison so that we can shove shit tons of people in there and make tons of money so that we can then make them better members of society so that, oops, so that, we get paid a lot more money, which means that we can then in turn keep doing that over and over again. You know, unlike real prisons where they just take the money and run. Yeah, so anyway, here's me doing horrible pipe work on the cells because I am an incompetent fool of a human who has no idea how to do piping. I'm just dumb. And yeah, we just need to. I don't know why there's people unconscious in the hallways, but there's people unconscious in the hallways. So we just bring in the riot guys so that they can beat the crap out of prisoners who are, you know, being shitty people. Yeah, that's that. The hell? Why are you whining? You're not. You're not. I'm hearing things. Oh god, I'm going insane. Oh my god. Yeah. So now, how's your guys' days been? Because for me, on the day I'm recording this, it's been quite shit. But that's just life. Um, Pretty sure there's not going to be a Thursday upload this week because um reasonings. Um, but or there might be. I don't know. Depends on what I have the time to get done, but not a lot really with school and all that being a thing. But you know, I choose to do this, so yeah. Um, yeah, they're doing up all the pipes and other jargon like that. Um, we rehire our person. And I also start kitchen safety and hygiene so that people can start learning how to be chefs, which means chefs, so that they can start cooking up a storm, which means they can start making money in the prison, which they can spend on other things. And it also means that you know, people can do whatever it is they do. Um, they can spend that money wherever they please, or they could just keep it, and then when they get out of prison, they know how to cook, so they can get probably some job in a chef business. Chef business, a restaurant. Fucking dumbass. But yeah, so we call the riot police again because now there's a riot apparently happening. Um, for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, we take care of that relatively fast with only 5 deaths. Because apparently the riot police aren't the best of the best, even though that's literally their whole point. Is that this is their job, they're good at this, and they're not going to fucking die to the hands of a prisoner with a shiv. But they did anyway, despite all expectations. They still suck. So, yeah. It is what it is. We just gotta deal with that. But, Anyway, but we still got rid of the riot, and now we have new prisoners coming in, which means we get more money, and we start making a positive, which means I can shove in these metal detectors, which should help keep the level of contraband in the prison low. We hire some more guards so that we can have up to 30. And yeah, we run out of solitary cells, which is a problem because now these people are just sitting here cellless. So I copy 3 solitary cells and set them up right there, so that in hopes that it'll help take care of some of the prisoners and solitary. But people started complaining about heat being a factor, so I decided that I'd do this because if the prisoners are happy, they're less likely to riot, and we don't want our prisoners to riot. Yeah, and I also get rid of these old pipes from the old shower. Yeah, because water tank thing isn't producing enough hot water for the prison. That's it. So yeah, but we just have three prisoners just sitting in the reception area, just melting. Yeah, so we just got to connect all these pipes up, which should then entail, people not complaining about heat, which then should in turn mean that, less riots occur, which is a good thing for those who don't know. But yeah, and again, of course, yeah, so we got to search for tunnels everywhere as well, because someone escaped via tunnel, and we ended up not finding where it is somehow. So, that was weird, but oh well. Oh, no, there they go. They figured it out. Figured out when covering the first bit. But there you go. The tunnel is completely covered or filled, which means that prisoners will no longer escape. But yeah, so I just cut off this to see if it'll help expand um, the range of our hot water cooler. Not to only to realize that I also cut off our water supply, and it did absolutely nothing. So I was severely pissed. Um, so yeah, but what I did is I moved those, um, popped one down here, um, waited for them to move those two dumbbell racks, which meant that I could, slap this together. And we could shove a hot water thing inside of it, boiler, that's what they're called, and connect it up, and then it should begin filling the pipeline. Which should, help people shut up. Um, I cut the pay by a little bit, which means that, we should start being able to get closer to a positive fund thing, which, we do now. We have positive. Um, yeah, but we also couldn't get one. We also couldn't get the thingies to be um, to reach. We couldn't get the hot water to reach, so we built a little outcropping on the top that we'll build around. That's gardening, like because we have not a landscaper, a gardener. So essentially, what he does is camera. Thank you, or video. But yeah, so we got to expand hot water. We might have already built it. I don't know. No, oh no, we haven't. Okay, this is a conversation and a half. But yeah, so we set our prisoner to arrive in 2 hours. And then foundation it up out there, and then we're gonna put a hot water boiler in there, and yeah, that'll be that. And then that should hopefully fill up the whole pipeline, which should keep every prisoner happy. We're also break down that little wall there because that wall's annoying. But yeah. And we did build our prison in the snow. Also, yeah, by one little bit of margin, it couldn't fill. So I was like really pissed off. Yeah, and I forgot to connect it to power. But there it goes. It's connected to power. And it should be good now. Now we have our full capacity. We'll expand the prison next time. But what I wanted to work on was another common room, like one that's dedicated to a common room. And this will be like just an actual common area for the prisoners. Um, so, because the staff room's down there. So the prisoners' version of the staff room will be right here. For now, there's like a little area of foosball in the big room, but that one's not important. So we put in a couple sofas, and a large Put in two large sofas and a television, um, a snack machine, a pool table. Make sure they can all get around it, and a boom box, because why not? Bum, bum, bum. And yeah, I think I also put payphones. Um, and then I was really excited because I saw prisoners actually working in the kitchen, which really excited me. And they were also maximum security prisoners, which I guess is cool. I took a look at the cell grade and I was like, hmm. So yeah, what the cell grade is essentially it's how much the prisoners approve of the cell itself. So, if it's clean, if it's what amenities it has, like these soft pillows that I'm putting in, because the security level is actually pretty low. So, I was like, okay, you can have some nice soft pillows. Because we have like all these guards now, so they're all like, oh my god, when it comes to doing anything. But yeah, I thought about putting some plants around. I don't think I did. Did I? I think those need to be put outside. And well, they don't need to, but like, yeah, I didn't. But I put some chess tables up so that people could play chess. Someone overdosed right there, which is par for the course. You just gotta wait for some guard to show up, or they'll just die in there. That's the guard eventually shows up. So yeah, I don't think he died. What the fuck is going on with the video? I don't think he died. I think they survived. But yeah, so now the prison cell block is like completely open, which means that prisoners can walk freely in and out. But yeah, so now we have prisoners here working, learning how to cook, and so I tack on 2 more job slots because we only have like 3 cooks. So yeah, there's 4 job slots, and that will help feed the prisoners so they can cook their own food and whatnot. And this was just a bathroom because I thought it might be nice to just give them like a dedicated bathroom, especially when you're at the common room, because the closest bathrooms are all the way back at your cell, which I thought was kind of funky. So yeah, so I just thought I'd build one here, which meant that prisoners didn't have to walk 12 yards to go to the bathroom. But yeah, so I looked into to get parole fired up, we need to get prison policy. So I have to wait for us to unlock that now. There's our gardener outside, our lone gardener. We only have one. I only realized that now. We only have one gardener, and I feel bad for him because it feels bad, man. But yeah, so yeah, but we don't have the money for anything, so I just sell a couple extra things, and I look into unlocking the bank loan, which bank loans are very cool, kids. Yeah. But yeah, so here I am hiring another gardener and some more, or I think I did. Did I? I don't know. I was looking at something else. I was looking at the timeline. But yeah. So anyway, whatever just happened. You're watching the same video I am, of me playing Prison Architect at a sped up speed, and at this time I also got food. I think somewhere around this time, I got food. Someone died of an overdose again. We really need to fix that. We need to get more education things in there. But yeah, so I turn yard time into work/free time. So if they have a job, they can go work. But if they don't, then if they want to do yard, then they can do yard. I'm thinking of just making all the yard times free times. But now I'm looking at the cell grade, which they kind of like them. Like they like them a little bit more now, thanks to all the pillows. Which I would too. I love a good pillow. Who doesn't love a nice soft pillow in the morning, or in the afternoon, or at night in general? But yeah, so I want to counter in the comments of how many times I said "but yeah," so because I say it a lot in these videos. Like over the course, like when this series eventually ends, I want someone in the comments of the last video to go, "All right, this is how many times he said but so yeah," or "but yeah so," or any or whatever I've said. Let's see. But yeah, so we look at this tab, the grading, which is essentially how the prisoners rate your prison. think of your prison, which, it's kind of important when you want to keep them alive. So, yeah, I look into grants to see if I could just get some extra money while waiting for whatever, but none of them we can get right now. We need to get more stuff done, which we will eventually unlock more staff stuff. Like, well, we have laundry and shit unlocked. I just need to build them. But I will do that, and then prisoners will be allowed to work in them and whatnot. Oh yeah, but we just did a jump cut to when we unlocked the bank loan, so that we could indeed, um, get prison thingy. What's it called? Policy. That's it. So that individuals could, oh, my hands. They're all sticky. Unlock the bank loan so that we could start researching prison policy, so that we could start parole hearings, which then means that we can get prisoners out of the prison. Because if you look up at if I could turn it off, if you look up at the top, there are either a 2 or a 7 prisoners that are up for parole. I think it's a 2. But yeah, so there are prisoners that are due for release. And I believe we get money if we release them, so yeah. That which is really helpful for us. But we did we start researching? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention all too well. But yeah, so we need more janitors cleaning up the place so that, it looks presentable. Excuse me. For our visitors, which should help, which should keep people from questioning what we do in the back rooms. Not to be confused with the back rooms, which are a horror attraction. Well, not a horror attraction, a horror element thing, whatever. I don't know, like SCP, but less community driven. I don't know. I don't research the back rooms as much as I research SCP. Yeah. Anyway, but I think we are just about running out of time for this. We have 37 seconds left on the thing. Well, less than that. But yes, we have. So I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.